you can go ahead and check out the description box. It'll tell you where to book your reading, okay? And this is for a month of October. So let's get right into your reading. See what's going on with Leos. All right, Leo. Ooh, I like this coming from you. Okay, looks like you're manifesting new things after maybe a lot of challenges. Maybe you had to release a very difficult energy that felt very challenging for you. Yeah, because you're the Empress coming up. Look at that. The Empress knows their worth. Something's draining the Empress. They're like, okay, enough is enough, and then you kind of try to move on from the situation. So something may have felt like you were going backwards, but you're manifesting, which is beautiful, as you may be releasing something here that was too heavy. And the Chariot is just saying, hey, you're seeing something, it's bringing you backwards. Now you're having the willpower by starting off with manifestation. You have all the tools, all the wisdom to move forward. Okay? So the Chariot is just like, something's keeping you stuck, and I feel it's because you're healing. You're healing with that Six of Cups energy. I don't think you're stuck. You're going through the process. Yeah, you had an awakening. Ooh, someone's hurting though with that Ten of Swords energy. Yeah, the challenge is the Nine of Pentacles. Someone either doesn't have their stuff together here, Leo, or they're not feeling enough. I don't know, but I'm telling you right now, there's an awakening coming from your end and pain coming from this end. Someone may be trying to spy on you or communicate. There's a lot of delays, a lot of possibly dishonesty. Now, justice is coming in the near future with the Seven of Wands energy. Seven of Wands is good to have, though, when you're dealing with something that felt very heavy that was keeping you stuck. Looks like the Devil's here. The Devil's coming in the reading because something was toxic. Okay, so you were either dealing with somebody's demons, you're dealing with somebody's demons. And that's the person here in pain, because you're here with the Judgment. Judgment's all about an awakening, seeing clearly now, making good choices for yourself, being positive, knowing that, hey, good things are coming your way. Doesn't mean it's not going to hurt. Doesn't mean that in this transition, right, or this stuck feeling is going to not hurt. It is going to hurt, but there's despair because of what you're leaving behind. But I feel you're finding peace in the fact of your having this awakening, seeing things for what they are, being your true self. This is personal transformation on what you will tolerate and what you won't tolerate, what you learned from the past, and not going to repeat old cycles. So something's aligned for you here. So this is like letting go of the old crap, the old patterns, and tapping in your inner wisdom, okay? Because you are stepping in a new chapter with the World card coming next when you have this awakening. This person, I feel, I don't know what's going on. They just have the Ten of Swords in their energy. So they're feeling some pain. Yeah, see, you're releasing the Devil, my friend. You're releasing the Devil. You know what? As I'm seeing the Nine of Pentacles here as a challenge, and then it's here, and you're the Nine of Pentacles, your self-made energy. Are you kidding me? This was a challenge for the Devil. You outsmarted the Devil. You saw through the Devil. This Nine of Coins is an independent energy. This is a person who has their crap together. So you could be triggering someone's demons here. And you're having an awakening about what this person really is and how toxic this may have been. But the challenge was that intimidation? Were they intimidated because they have low self-worth? So that's what I'm seeing here. Let's see the Ten of Swords. What's this Ten of Swords in this person's energy? The Four of Coins. See, it's hard for them to open up. They're holding on things too tightly here. Now they're feeling the Ten of Wands. Everything's heavy. They're at the 10 and the 10. So they know something's coming in to an end. And don't think that this person's not feeling anything. If they're holding back or you block this person, they are feeling very heavy. They are seeing this as an ending. The Nine of Pentacles, yeah. But you know what? What's keeping somebody up at night is their secrets, their lies, what they've hidden. So it's like this person doesn't want to have you see them being up at night. Okay, they don't want to have you see them losing sleep. There's something in their head or someone's head. Maybe this was you at first, but now I'm seeing like you having this awakening, realizing that somebody's the devil, have devil like attachment or a demon attached to this person. I say that because like if you're feeling like this is a toxic relationship and you're breaking free from that as you're having an awakening, you're already accepting something. You're already seeing something now. Like you're no longer, there's no more cloudy judgment. So that's why I'm saying like you may have been here just like this person. This person's here. The challenge is to get them to get out of their head, and they can't seem to get you out of their head. They have too many secrets, too many demons, and this is what I feel like something was attached to this person, and it was coming in your life. And that's when you're like, wait a second. Devil's coming up twice, my friends. Look at this beautiful energy of the 9 of coins with the 7 of wands. You know your freaking worth. You known it in the past, you knew it back then, and you know it now, and you knew it through the situation, okay? You've always been the 9 of Pentacles. You've always been independent, abundance, a self-made energy, confident within yourself, and you knew that something was, you were not going to tolerate something, okay, for too long. 7 of Wands was coming in. 7 of Wands is like, I'm putting my guard up. I'm going to face this challenge head on. I'm protecting myself and the ones I love. No one's going to just come through here and disrupt my life with this devil energy. Because you're seeing it now, or soon will be seeing it. 8 of Wands, someone's thinking about contacting you, but still they're coming up as very unstable. Someone that doesn't really know what they want. They're still unclear, but they have this urge to come to you. But I do see 4 of coins, so there's kind of like this, this Knight of Cups energy. Player like creating illusions, Knight of Coins, all in reverse. So this is what I'm seeing. This is a very uncommittal energy who uses their words more than their actions. They can talk all they freaking want, but their actions is what you've seen, what you're feeling. This is an energy that will create illusions. I'm telling you. They're one-sided. They're player-like. They have deep, deep issues where they're mood switching all the time. And then we have the Knight of Coins on top of that. Not even knowing what they want. Lazy is coming up. They need lots of growth. They're reckless. They may have money problems. And they're treating who? 9 of Coins? So it looks like somebody thinks they're going to take the high road, but they're not. Not when it comes to you, because you've already awakened. We have Justice here. Justice usually means like a conversation or truth, clarity, or open and honest conversation. But I feel like with the Hangman and the Ace of Coins, there's something here where you're surrendering. There's an opportunity coming towards you with this King of Cups energy, the one that has a 10 of Swords. They're feeling sad and regret. Looks like they were very happy with you, but didn't follow through with anything they said. Things may have gone too fast, however, but I don't know. It looks like they're having financial issues, unstable, but it looks like they were very happy with you. The 5 of Cups, they're trying to recover. The 10 of Swords, that they're hitting rock bottom right now. And it looks like this King of Cups is very manipulative. I am seeing Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. It doesn't have to be that energy, but it is showing that they're making poor judgment. And then there's this opportunity arising. You are the opportunity. Is this what they want to discuss, to offer you something that they can't level up to? They have to get rid of the devil too, though. The devil is making them act this way. Their toxic behaviors, their patterns, their way of thinking, their limited beliefs. They're not even broken away from it. You know what I mean? So the Hangman is here because there's a sacrifice coming up. There's truth. There may be a new opportunity coming in. It does look like this Knight of Cups. The Knight wants to come in. Okay. I don't know. The Knight to me is unrealistic. They could be trying to avoid conflict. They're only causing their own delays. So, I don't know. Feels like a very immature person that they're, and it looks like you're at the Hangman right now. Yeah, you're protecting yourself from a King of Wands type of energy. It doesn't have to be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It doesn't have to be another fire sign. I don't feel like this is you at all. I feel this is who you're protecting yourself from, because because how you're coming up is independence. How you're coming up is manifesting this something was heavy, made you feel like you're going backwards, and now you're healing from it. This person has nights all the way around. They were fast. They were inconsistent. They were reckless. They kept you confused. So it feels like this is all over the place with this devil, but that's how the devil's energies are. That's what becomes very toxic. So the King of Wands, I feel like you had to use this Queen of Swords energy. And I'm telling you right now, Queen of Swords energy can be very cut off energy and say some things, but the Queen of Swords was just like, I don't want any BS. I'm done with this devil. I'm done. Okay? The king, you're protecting yourself from this King of Wands. It could be, see, the King of Wands can be like self-centered, insecure, everything's overwhelming, excuses, expects too much from others, only cares about themselves. Now, when it's extreme, if you're protecting yourself from the King of Wands, they're belittling, they're dismissive, they blame, never take accountability. So some truth, some justice is coming in to where you are coming to this like realization with the Hangman and the the Judgment card, to where you are seeing things for what they are. This is surrender. This is letting go with a change of perspective. You're understanding what really matters. You know where to go next now, and you're letting go out of control as you're finding out more and more wisdom, finding out more and more information, whatever that's coming in intuitively or from outside. So I just feel like with the Judgment card, there's real no looking back once we have the Hangman and you protecting yourself from this person. Because justice does show that there's a lot of dishonesty, not to somebody taking accountability, and they're not taking consequences of their own actions. I think that's what it is. But it also brings balance. And you knowing what's right, and you making decisions for the long term, not short term. So this is a lot of truth coming out in clarity when you have the Justice card. Okay? Justice is huge, you guys. Because this is karmic justice. Yeah, I feel like you're surrendering this person because you're already seeing who they are. Let's get their dark confessions. Wow, you were dealing with a very, very big energy, but you are so powerful with that Magician. That's a powerful place to be. And you're using your magic in good ways. Okay, so I don't know. I think you've already have been through something like this before for a lot of you guys, but it just had to take a little bit to come to see it. All right, I can't support your actions. It's too much for me to deal with. I feel unworthy of having love in my life. I feel miserable and lost. Okay, well, you're too much for the devil. The devil is selfish. You're never too much for people who you're meant for, okay? You're never too much. This person is too freaking much. They have the devil, and they already feel unworthy. So this is just a confession of something. Your action, I cannot support your actions. What? That you're independent? That you're self-made? That you have your stuff together? What do you mean? That you're intuitive? That you have like no BS anymore? I'm done with this stuff? What actions are they talking about? And even if there were actions, you were mad because you were dealing with someone's demons. And it took a while for you to see that for some. So that's like a manipulator. They get mad at your reaction, right? And then they're like, now say sorry. No, that was somebody's demon, their immature ways. That's just what I'm seeing in the reading. There's a lot coming out here, but this is a really time to really trust yourself here because you're super wise. You're getting the answers. You're getting downloads. And Spirit is even saying you could let go without any regrets because this is a huge awakening for you. Finding out the truth crushed me. I feel you even though we are apart. And I hide behind material things. Okay, I'm starting to understand our connection. Let's get the silent heart. Toxicity. I didn't mean what I said. And that's what they're actually, I don't know, this person's they're coming up as night energy. So remember, the night is how do I say it? The Knight like goes in and out, in and out. They're not committal energy. This is they travel through people's lives. This is like somebody that feels like when it's upright, it'll be like open and like romantic feelings and tell you everything you want to hear, and then like, and then they get to the King of Cups upright. If we're talking about the cup energy, water energy, and then they're like emotions, and they're like, okay, this is someone that I can, they're very supportive and understanding, and they consistently be that way. This person stays the Knight and then goes in reverse because it's player-like. Can't really trust what their words are saying anymore. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm seeing. Looks like you're surrendering them. There's some type of justice. I feel like you had enough, to be honest. It's just way too much. They're too much to deal with, not you. Bravery. I love it. You're being asked. Look at manifest. This is so for somebody. You're being asked to make a tough decision that you've been putting off because of fear, which is understandable, but you do have the strength and bravery to make this decision, and you will feel so much lighter when you do. You're always manifesting, whether you're aware of it or not. Manifestation is based on your thoughts, and you're being asked to manifest consciously through positive thinking, so you'll attract into your life exactly what you're wanting, and you have that power within to do that. All right, Leo?